That make a big ass difference.
Prodigy from my town too, even though he rep Queensbridge, you know what I'm saying? But he also rep Hempstead as well. Like,
Yeah,
you know
rest
what
in
I'm
peace,
saying? But
Prodigy.
he grew up, he grew up around, you know, around the town too.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You know what? Because I read his book and stuff. I'm a dude, an avid book reader, right? So I read his book, especially anything about hip hop. I just make it my business to know about the culture, right?
Yeah.
So you in New York City. How the hell did you get hooked up with Carson Daly?
Oh, that's crazy. When Loud Records was still popping, like I was getting ready to do a deal with Loud Records. I had a crew called the UN. So you had Scott Free and Matty C. They was like two of the biggest A&Rs under there. So they bought Wu-Tang and, you know, Pun and all these guys over there, you know what I'm saying? So they were bringing us over to Loud at the time, and Loud folded while we was doing our deal. So Steve Rifkin, who was the owner of Loud, he had a younger brother, you know, John Rifkin, and he was clicked up with Carson Daly. So they decided they was gonna do a little label, you know what I'm saying? So we was dudes that Free and Matty C was working with, so he just brought us over to them. Like, yo, yo, these guys is nice, yo, get them, you know what I'm saying, get them a shot. So that's how that happened.
That's crazy, man, because Carson Daly was huge as a mother at that time. That was MTV.
Shout out to Carson too. It was crazy because
he a hip
he's a
hop
real
dude?
dude. Yeah, he's a hip hop dude. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I was still knee deep in the streets. So you know, he would hit me up out the blue. Yo, rock, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go down to Western Union, go snatch up a couple thousand. I was like, oh, this dude is. Yeah, he's official. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to I don't forget shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Carson Daly, man.
Yeah,
he's a good dude, man.
It's enough horror stories, man. We definitely got to salute all the good cats. So, do you think the whole label thing is obsolete right now?
Label in what way you mean is the label?
Like I'm talking about the traditional.
Signing to a major.
Signing to a major
definitely.
label.
If you you know, if you want to be a superstar and you want to be in the limelight on a big scale, for the most part, you still kind of need to surf on that line a little bit.
If that's your quest.
Yeah.
If your quest is to be,
You ain't gonna be Chris Brown independent.
no,
You ain't gonna be that. You ain't gonna be that.
unless you know you just one of them niggas who hit it off greatly.
Yeah.
I tell niggas this. If you fantasize of being signed to a label, you know, because there's some cats who still have that, or I'm signed to Universal, I'm signed to Def Jam,
Yeah.
I'm signed. There's some niggas who still long for that.
Yeah.
You get me? And I don't know if it's, you know, economically a wise decision, but some dudes want that moniker.
That's the worst loan you can
like
ever get.
I want to put on that jacket that says Def Jam on the back and walk around. I want to put on that coat that says Sony Music, and you know, because some dudes, I get it. I could be independent. Am I gonna be as big as if they did it? You get me? Because 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna even put the money behind you to
say no.
To be that, you know what I'm saying?
Say
They're not gonna drop the money, you know, on you to feel significant for putting on that jacket. You get me? You on Def Jam, but nigga, you still living on the block and shit.
But see, a dude like Drake though, he kind of eating that major label system because he getting a big chunk of money.
Yeah.
I don't know, he probably not never get nothing else off them records, you know what I mean?
There's only one Drake, you know what I'm saying?
but
Everybody else is everybody else.
Yeah, he getting a big chunk of money, so I think if you in a situation like that, it probably work for you.
Yeah.
Well, it works for a lot of, say, newcomer artists in that era. Like you said, there ain't gonna be another Drake come along. Just like 20 years ago, there was an Eminem who you get me? It's always
Like hip hop, pop.
Yeah,
all of that shit in one
it's like a motherfucker making some gumbo. It ain't just, you know what you getting when you eat some greens.
Yeah.
You know what you getting when you eat some fried chicken.
But you could tell they controlling
when
this
a
shit.
motherfucker make a pot of gumbo. Everybody make they different, and it's all kind of shit in there.
Do you think?
Get me?
This the one thing I do say, because I look at some of these records, man, and I'm a conspiracy theorist by nature.
Me too.
I look at certain stuff, and the record just be out in 5 minutes, and you might go on the internet, look at somebody, you come back, the record at 3 million views, then 5 million. I think it's a big bot game being played right now, even with the podcast, dog.
Yeah, it ain't no secret.
Even when it's a big bot game, and it's whoever got the little infrastructure to play the game the right way, because I'm going to tell you something. The way stuff is now, social currency is a real thing.
Really though.
If you see a video that got, if you go to a video that got, let's say 20,000 views, it might be the dopest shit ever. But you see this other video that got 20 million, it's gonna be it's gonna be a certain contingency of people that think the video that got the 20 million views is the better product.
You damn right. And that's how they turn. That's how they turn that wheel. Yeah.
That made your money though, but that's what you get when you go over to one of them big companies. They're like, "Don't worry, we're gonna guarantee you're a success." It don't always work, but when they can put that kind of money behind you, an independent artist, you can't pump millions of dollars into your marketing and promotion, but they can.
Man, let me tell you something. If you messed around and put a single out tomorrow and that motherfucker jumped up to about 70, 80 million spins by Friday, they would be trying to flag your shit or something.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it was super legit, they would be, oh, no, there's no way.
Or they going to pop up and try to offer you a bag. They going to try to, you know,
they gonna try to do something.
They going to try to throw you up under the wing. You know?
And I could tell you, man, around when that first happened, I could say it now because I ain't snitching on nobody. But I used to sell records, right, for different people. I used to distribute Dash and them stuff overseas. I met a cat, man, that told me, hey, man, if you got an album, I can guarantee you top 10. And I just started building with him. I said, because he said, man, I'm dealing with a dude that's from Northern California, and I'm doing it for him. You send me 5,000 CDs and give me $6,000, I can guarantee you top 10. But if you want to stay top 10, like the thing, you got to keep paying. They would send, I guess, a certain amount of copies to all the SoundScan stores. And I'm not going to lie, but what happened is your hit Billboard, you start selling more records. It was like a marketing thing at one point.
Yeah, because people see you selling and they feel like, oh, I got to get that. Look at it. Oh, or what? Last week it was number 20. This week it's number 13. Oh, I got to go buy that motherfucker. It's a scheme.
That was. Master P was the master of that.
It's a marketing scheme.
He was the master of the marketing scheme. Master P would put records that probably wasn't going to never come out in the liner notes, and people would actually be checking for that stuff.
Right.
Damn right.
They'd be checking for it.
It built a lot of hustle.
It built your anticipation.
Will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your